Geht jetzt ab in das nächste Video rein. Das ist ein neues Video, das habe ich nämlich auch noch gar nicht gesehen. Und danach gucken wir uns nochmal den schlechtesten Verteidiger der NBA aktuell an. Abfahrt.
Draft prospects. Bronny James as a top 10 pick.
What do you think about that?
I love it. He's a legitimate McDonald's All-American.
James has grown, filled out his frame, found another gear with his explosiveness.
I'm gonna see what everybody been talking about.
Bronny's okay, man. Bronny's good defensively. Michael Jordan's son, Marcus Jordan, I saw him as a basketball player. Bronny James is different.
Nobody's drafting a lottery pick who's 6'2" because he's great defensively.
Is he a starter? No. Is he a rotation player? No. Is he a bench guy?
There are people who question the legitimacy of rankings.
What exactly has Bronny become?
Never going to be in the same sentence as LeBron James.
I do not believe
that. Bruder, das ist auch das ist auch komisch, Digga. LeBron James, sagen viele Leute, er ist der GOAT, da kannst du jemanden, der aus der Highschool kommt, kannst du nicht damit vergleichen, das geht nicht. Total gut, da muss man einfach so gesagt haben, hast mal viel mehr Reichweite verdient. Danke, ehrlich jetzt. Ohne Spaß, das bedeutet mir einiges, ey. Und, muss sagen, freut mich, dass du es hergefunden hast, wirklich.
LeBron James Jr. is better than any current NBA player.
Does Bronny start or come off the bench? If who? Bronny.
On March 6, 2000.
Der Disrespect gegen Ronny gegenüber ist hart.
2023 at 11:43 p.m. LeBron James tweeted out, "Man, Bronny definitely better than some of these cats I've been watching on League Pass today." Lightweight hilarious. The very next morning, on March 7th, On3 Recruits tweeted this. New, Bronny James ranks number 9 and 5-star in the latest 2023 On3 150. Quite a coincidence, and immediately a firestorm of media coverage came. LeBron James' son was now a 5-star. Only, was he? Because according to the website 247 Sports, a site that takes a composite ranking of multiple recruiting websites and puts them together for one final ranking, Bronny James is still a 4-star recruit and just the number 33 player in the nation, which is strange because ESPN just projected Bronny to be a top 10 pick in the 2024 Draft.
Ich glaube, er ist aber ein Top 10 Pick, nicht weil er so gut Basketball spielt, sondern egal zu welchem Team er geht, sehr wahrscheinlich ist, dass LeBron dann da auch dahin geht. Gerade in der Fanzone gibt immer, der halt mal der Maulkarte, du bist der schlimmste Fortnite-Kid von allen, Bruder. Du bist der Erste, der sich über Scheiße beschwert, Bruder. Und das machen nur Fortnite-Kids, ne? Nur mal so.
And guys, I'm very, very excited to share with you. I have a brand new channel named Korzemba. The 3 segments we just did, subscribers there. I really want it will be is a McDonald's All-American. Something that seemed an absolute certainty because his projected current NIL value is $7.2 million, which also means Bronny's name is certainly bringing in the big bucks. But is it just his name that is causing this attention? Is it just because he is LeBron James' son that he is a projected top 10 pick? Or does Bronny deserve everything and instead is headed on the path that I'm sure we all truly would love to see? A real top 10 pick in the NBA and a future star. So I wanted to dive in myself and find.
Sehr ehrlich, Kato, der hat wieder gesessen, ne? Tut mir leid. Ganz kurz, Bronny war mal in meinem Stream drin. Weiß auch nicht warum, aber ich mag ihn sowieso, ne, auch davor, bevor er in meinem Stream drin war. Aber der kam mal rein, als ich 2K20 gespielt habe. Einfach nur mal kurz Hallo zu sagen, so. Fand ich echt chillig, Diggi. Aber es war auch sein originaler Twitch-Account, ne? Wild, Digga. Also ich wünsche mir für Bronny, dass er so weit kommt, wie es halt eigentlich nur geht als NBA-Spieler. Problem ist halt, dass er halt immer wieder diesen Namen von LeBron James über sich havern hat und immer wieder sich damit bemessen muss, was vielleicht auch sehr, sehr undankbar ist für jemanden, der einfach so ein bisschen seinen eigenen Namen vielleicht machen will.
Find out, is Bronny worth the hype? And so I figured there were 2 pretty foolproof ways to look into this. The first being to compare Bronny's current stats against a recent number 9 recruit on 247 Sports. The second, of course, is we have to dive into the game tape here. So I went to YouTube, I searched Bronny's name, and I went through every single game I could find because I know that the last time I watched Bronny, I'm not going to mince words here, I did not think he was a projected top 10 pick. What I said in my last videos was I thought that
Kartok. für dich.
He was a potential second-round pick, and that if he continued to grow as a player, I thought that he would become an NBA role player. And my last video on Bronny was not that long ago, so to hear he was suddenly now a top 10 pick was pretty eye-popping for me, which meant I had to know, is the hype worth it? And on the stat sheet right away, here are Bronny's final season stats for his senior year. Bronny averaged...
Der Move war schon sexy. Ey, hau rein, Wanderhoden, ne? Wir sehen uns auf jeden Fall. Cool, dass du vorbeigeschaut hast. Ich wünsche dir noch einen wunderschönen Abend.
14.2 points per game, 5.5 rebounds per game, 2.4 assists per game, and 1.8 steals per game.
Oh, das geht aber eigentlich für College Stats.
Now, those are stats that, to me at least, do not exactly look incredible, especially the assists when we hear so much about Bronny's passing and his teamwork. Also, recently, Syracuse guard Joe Girard averaged 50 points per game in his senior season. So I understand that if guys like Joe Girard are
Oh, Junge, was geht?
Out here averaging 50, why is Bronny, a projected top 10 pick, only averaging 14.2? However, looking at the number 9 player in the class of 2021, Kennedy Chandler's senior season stats, we see Chandler averaged 14.8 points, 4.2 rebounds, and 3.3 steals a game.
Aber das Ding ist, diese 3,3 Steals, die sind halt immens, Bruder. Bryce besser als Bronny, ey.
Which really just tells us that on stacked high school.
Bryce ist halt jetzt schon größer als Bronny, ne? Aber guck mal, Bronny als Point Guard, LeBron als Power Forward, Bryce als Small Forward und dann holt sie noch irgendeinen anderen James als Center. The James team.
Basketball teams with sometimes questionable coaching. There can be so much talent that in terms of pure numbers, everyone sacrifices on the stat sheet, especially if your school is a bit more iso ball based. Even Amari Bailey, Bronny's teammate who had an incredible stat-stuffing junior season, averaged 18.5 points, 5.6 rebounds, and 2.6 assists a game in his senior season. And when we dive into the actual games, what we see is what I would say a 4-star prospect, but a top 30-ish guy. I'm right there with 247 Sports Real ranking. I think that one is way more fair. Bronny has his strengths for sure. He is a great on-ball defender and a very willing defender. He's also someone who is able to cover the court very well. This combination mixed with his very evident increase in athleticism as well as his very evident increase in skill set, to me does indicate that he can fill a role in the
sind schon gute Moves.
NBA, as right now
Lakers bräuchten einen Center. Da brauchen wir noch einen LeBron James-Sohn, der irgendwie Center wird.
At least a rotational piece. The draft comparison of DeAnthony Melton has been thrown around a lot lately, and that feels right. But DeAnthony Melton was the 46th pick of the draft, and he had to grind to get where he is today. But where he is today is a big-time piece of the 76ers' success. Does Bronny have it in him to continue this grind? Once he gets to college, is he going to continue to put his head down and work? Then once he gets to the NBA, is he going to work even harder? Because Bronny does have weaknesses. We cannot ignore the fact that Bronny does struggle to put up points sometimes, and that practically every scouting report you will read will label him as a passive player at times. I also really feel like it cannot be understated that despite Bronny's athleticism, he's struggled to put up points at times because he struggles to create separation off the dribble at times. It appears that for whatever reason, his blow-by ability to get to the rim.
Das hört sich nicht alles wie Sachen an, die man nochmal neu lernen muss. Also einfach nur seine aktuellen Skills nochmal ein bisschen verbessern.
Or his ability to create space off the dribble is just lacking, which combined with his passiveness does call into question if he is ready offensively for an NBA role. With that said, Bronny has continued to improve his standstill jump shot. So my final thoughts here are that it's not like Bronny is wildly far away from a 5-star player. Top 10 right now is a stretch, I would say. I feel like that's probably a clear media play in order to drum up some hype for Bronny and for that recruiting website. Personally, I've got to say with a lot of this stuff, the number 9 label, the projected top 10 pick, I feel for Bronny. The pressure on him as a teenager is absurd. It is possible that that pressure is more than the pressure LeBron himself felt when he was told he'd be a failure if he did not make the NBA Hall of Fame.
How does it feel to know that if you're not eventually a Hall of Fame caliber player, it's not good enough to be good or an all-star. If you're not eventually a first-rank Hall of Famer, a lot of people will say you were a bust or overhyped.
Bruder, das kannst du doch eigentlich einen 19-jährigen Typen einfach nicht sagen, Bruder. What the
The final verdict for me here is that I do believe Bronny is on the path to make the NBA. I do believe he has the work ethic to get there, and I do believe he has the mindset to continue to grind once he gets to the league. The reason I believe this is that Bronny has shown a tremendous improvement already, and he has been famous his entire life. He has also been LeBron James' son his entire life, so the money has been there as well. It is quite clear that Bronny is chasing his own legacy here, and I have the ultimate respect for that. I also would really hope that LeBron James, as his father, would be able to evaluate his own son's potential, because if LeBron did not actually believe in Bronny in this way, it would be wildly reckless to hype him up to the entire world. So are people using Bronny's name right now? Are they inflating his draft ranking possibly to get clicks? Probably, but Bronny did just have a great senior season. We have seen the improvement. Now, will we see if he can be a great draft prospect in college? Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you're new to the channel, remember.
Bin ich auch sehr, sehr gespannt drauf, Digga, ob Bronny James ein sehr, sehr guter Spieler wird. Somit jetzt ab in das nächste Video, direkt keine Pause mehr. Und die Mavs haben Mist gebaut. Ja, auf jeden Fall, Digga. Jalen Bronson, Bruder, weder Typ. Nur wegen denen, die Knicks überhaupt noch irgendwie relevant. Ach, Digga, reden wir nicht drüber.